Welcome, I'm Dr. Melina Roberts, and I want to talk about why you may be experiencing gas and bloating. Now, this is one of the common things I see in my practice is that people will be experiencing gas and bloating after they eat. And one of the reasons for this may be that you are not effectively shifting your body into a parasympathetic state when you are eating. So I'm going to explain that to you is that we live in a high stress society. So we are typically always eating on the go, and what happens is that our body is staying in this sympathetic state, in this stress state. So we have a part of our nervous system called the autonomic nervous system, and it's the nervous system that runs in the background. We don't consciously control it, but there's two parts to that nervous system. There's your stress state, and then there's your rest, digest, and repair. And when we are eating, we need to be shifting our body from being in that sympathetic state into that parasympathetic state in order for us to properly digest our foods. So when we are, eating on the go, eating on the run, eating at our desk while we're also doing some work, if we're trying to take care of the kids and feed the kids and eat our dinner at the same time, these are things that keeps us in that sympathetic state and doesn't effectively shift us into parasympathetic. So that's what we really need to be conscious of. We need to be really conscious of that in order for us to properly digest our foods and properly metabolize the foods that we're eating so that we don't have gas and bloating. And gas and bloating is just an indication that we're not properly breaking down the foods that we're eating. And if we're experiencing this, what we have to do is we have to try to shift our body into parasympathetic when we're eating. So this means that we have to do something called mindfulness. Sometimes this is what people will talk about in terms of mindful eating. But what it means is that we need to be shifting our body into parasympathetic, which means that we need to be relaxed when we eat. And we got to be thinking about our food. That's going to actually help us to properly digest our foods. So we're going to be thinking about how our foods smell and taking the time to think about how our food is actually tasting in our mouth. So taking the time to chew our foods and enjoying that bite and thinking about, how this tastes good and how the different flavors melt together and enjoying that moment. And potentially you want to be, either looking out at nature so that it helps to shift your body into parasympathetic, or you can also be around your family, and so your body's in more of that relaxed state as opposed to being distracted by all of the other things that are going on, like having the TV on or scrolling through our phones or doing work while we're eating. We want to just focus completely on eating, and that's actually going to help to decrease gas and bloating that we may be experiencing after we eat. And this can also help us to properly metabolize and break down the foods we're eating so that we can absorb the nutrients from the foods that we're eating. And this is going to help us to be healthier. So thank you so much for watching. I encourage you to share this with your friends and family, to press the like button, to press the subscribe button, to make a comment below, and until next time, continue to learn, grow, and build health. And I'll see you in the next video.